Ricky Jones. This is the news. The news stands for the nuances. I saw this comedy sketch the other day by Gerard Carmichael. Gerard Carmichael is a hard-working comedian, writer, producer. I don't know if he directs. It's a possibility, but he's quite an astute young man, and he's one of the top comedians out here, if you ask me. Very perceptive, aware of his surroundings. This particular comedy sketch is from June 2nd, 2016. This channel that he did this little stand up on is My Peoples. Their YouTube page, if you want to take a look here. We slow motion today. Real talk.
I have been.
Live from Mac Senate Studios in LA every Sunday at 8 Pacific Standard Time. And they upload their highlights every day, 9, 11:30, and 1 Pacific. It's an underground show filmed in front of a live studio audience at the iconic Mac Senate Studios. Each episode contains a heartfelt discussion with celebrities, activists, politicians, audience members, comedians, artists, poets, guests. And most of their content, if you notice, is 2 years old. A lot of their content is 2 years old. Starts 2 years ago, ends 2 years ago. My Peoples. If you see in the video, mypeoples.tv, that website is no longer available. You can actually it is available. You can go purchase it if you like, because mypeoples.tv does not exist. So, is it safe to say that My People's TV was created around 2016, primarily during the election season, to obtain black and POC votes during this election season? Obviously, for the Democrats or liberal candidate at the time, that would have been Hillary Rodham Clinton, who has recently stated that she is retiring from politics after 50 years of being her conniving, evil, heartless self. I guess thank you. But basically, yeah. Look, episode 8 full. DNC, democracy, citizenship, and power. So yeah, this was basically just a front by some Democrats who decided, hey, let's try to get some POCs on our side. But if it's not, prove me wrong. I always love to be proved wrong. Gerard Carmichael, if you didn't know, for 3 seasons, himself along with Little Rel Howery, I believe Tiffany Haddish was on this show um, as well as the great David Allen Greer and the great Loretta Devine, the beautiful Loretta Devine. Man, this show was cool. 3 seasons. It was on NBC, and I think that they knew that the show wouldn't be no long stretch, so they tried to squeeze as much information into every episode. Every episode had a beginning and end. It was a moral point. It was a lesson, and it was solid. So the Carmichael Show, Google it. Solid show. It was on NBC, and it will forever be in the archive. So shout out to Gerard for that. But let's listen to Gerard's quick. It's probably only a 3 minute set, 3:30. It's 4 minutes and 53-second video. So let's see how quick he goes in. But it states it's part of My People's commitment. They're showcasing Gerard Carmichael. Let's listen.
Hi everyone. What's that? Am I we here?
You can be wherever you want.
Okay, I'm making sure. You guys, this is I don't know if I can interrupt now. You guys are really this is like real. Like, very honest. This is way more intense than anything I have to talk about. Nothing half as interesting. I don't know. Like we're in the heartbeat of it right here. Like you guys still believe Bernie has a chance. That like yeah, you can feel it. Yeah, I know. Look, yeah, hope is dope. What's that?
My man was hip to Bernie Sanders. And for some reason, Bernie think he could pop his little head up like a groundhog every 3 to 4 years and think he gonna get some more votes. If we all know Bernie Sanders was just on the Breakfast Club talking his gibberish and nonsense and basically told Angela Yee into her face, no, ain't no such thing as reparations because ain't no such thing as a guarantee. I've never seen a guarantee in my life. That was Bernie's words, flat out. So that's what that was, and that's what that's gonna be about Bernie.
Touching a nerve, bro. Come on.
That's a nerve. Listen, man, we gotta look. We gotta be prepared. Okay. All right. At what point does this turn into an emergency meeting?
Like dude said, he touched a nerve. The fact that people get irritated and aggravated over their political choices this far down the line, we done had 45 presidents, and the people ain't never had no real say over what he says or does. Stop it.
Like it's just like we can't just pretend. What are we gonna do? Just walk in? No, I'm not gonna let you do that to yourselves. I know we're here in the big enchilada, but it's not. We gotta you prepare. What are we gonna do next? I don't know. We could move, or at least we could say it. That's got to be worth something, right? I'm gonna move. I'm gonna go to Canada. Have you spent time in Canada? It's fine. It's fine. But I'm telling you, after a couple months, you start to miss ruthless ambition. I'm telling you, you need it. We all need it. You think you don't need it? We all need it. Live in L.A. Ruthless ambition serves us. You know how I know I'm fully LA now is because I have a favorite juice shop.
Now pay attention how he pulls in. I'm assuming these are the hosts because they're the only 3 women on stage. Pay attention how he pulls them in with the beginning jokes, and then pay attention how he loses them completely. Intentionally. Totally intentionally. Because he makes them think. You got to think about your stances. These people don't seem to be thinkers. They seem to be just people that like to stand on things.
And I realized that any of my friends could betray me at any moment.
This is that joke again. That's a cool joke about LA.
Fully LA now is because I have a favorite juice shop. And I realized that any of my friends could betray me at any moment.
Brought to you by Orange Vanilla Coca-Cola.
Once you accept that, you're fine. What should I talk about before I leave? I don't know what's going to connect. Love. Love?
Love.
Oh, love, man. I'm the last.
So basically, everybody on the stage said, hey, before you leave, lie to us. Just say some shit and leave. Talk about nothing. Love is objective. Every single person up here has a different opinion and thought and idea about it based off their own personal experiences. To ask this professional comedian to talk about love, this ain't Dr. Phil, and that's insane.
I think love is built on lies. Look, that's also the.
And there's some honesty. Would you like that? Because look at this face. Why would you make this face? Because he said that. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's not a general term. Don't make this face. Don't act so, oh my gosh. Don't be the oh my gosh.
The name of my new jazz album.
Brought you back with the jokes.
Man,
Brought you right back.
I think love is built on lies. Look, that's also the name of my new jazz album. Love. I don't know. This makes me want to go do something. I don't know. Feel like, be involved in some shit. Maybe I could give back. I should give back to more black organizations. I don't. Just because I don't like the names. I don't connect, if we're being honest. United Negro College Fund. I don't know any Negroes, especially not any United ones. I would give thousands to the Send a Nigga to School Fund. I know a lot of niggas. I should go to school. They're smart enough to. What's wrong with you?
Who's that?
What should we leave on?
Give a nigga a chance.
Like a prayer. Like,
GA, NC.
Trump, are you ready? But are you though? But okay, because you gotta actually genuinely prepare for that just in case. That's a real thing that could happen. I mean, we can't just pretend. He can't. Twitter's not gonna stop him. We gotta actually.
Now, how is a guy who's paid to tell jokes, or is brought to tell jokes, the only one being honest right now about the Trump thing? In June 2016, the election was November 4th, I think. Aren't all elections November 4th, something like that? November 2016. So it's like, let's be honest, people, you people, let's be honest.
Prepare for that just in case. That's a real thing that could happen. I mean, we can't just pretend. He can't. Twitter's not gonna stop him. We gotta actually.
See, there's a certain honesty in blackness that you gotta understand, for real. We anticipate nothing because we already assume everything. You dig what I'm saying? When we saw Trump, when we first saw him as a presidential candidate, it wasn't like maybe. It was like, damn, he's running for real, right now, 2016? The apprentice guy with all the bread against these people? Oh man, this might be something. It was early. He's saying this in June. He's telling people to their face, hey, what if, y'all? We got to be prepared just in case. But what you expected to happen? Like, nope, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He believes it's not going to happen. Maggie believes it's not going to happen. Parks and Recreation believes it's not going to happen. And Bill Burr believes it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And this guy knows it's going to happen. You see, he had a Richard Spencer haircut before y'all knew who Richard Spencer was. He knew what it was. Come on, man.
He's a real
honesty is
person
the best
with
policy.
A lot of money. Even if he's like overestimated, he still has a lot of money. And if he wins, I don't know, man. Look, we still got each other. I don't think any of us should be surprised. It's America. What do you expect? America does shit like this. We sometimes, throw a wild card in there. It's part of it. You sign up for this shit. We lied about a moon landing. We don't have time.
I got time.
I really wish we had time.
I got the time for that if y'all want to go there.
I really don't think that's just a personal. Every time we landed was under the Nixon administration. Don't get me.
I've only had moon, satellite, space debates with one person. The only reason I've had those debates with this person is because they inserted themselves into something that I stated, and it elaborated and expanded from there. The conversation has not expounded since then, but I stand on the fact because I got receipts. Am I supposed to believe 30-something-year-old myself or 8-year-old myself? Because everything else I learned when I was about 8 to 18. But 38-year-old myself has the opportunity to go back through all that stuff all over again. I found all my old homework, and I'm going through this shit, and I was like, oh man, oh, whoa, why they let me get rid? Oh, I got by with all this nonsense. That's just the moon landing. It's other stuff we can go forward on. But this lady's no longer impressed. No longer. She's done with Gerard. 4 minutes. It took 4 minutes. She laughed at the jazz album joke. After that, she lost him. She's down. She's done.
We started. I've shut down many a barbecue with these. Actually, it actually makes me love America more. Knowing that we maybe lied about it. That's so American.
Facts.
Like, actually going to the moon is kind of Japanese when you think about it. It's a real Japanese thing to do. Use science to further your country. Lying about a moon landing is American as fuck. That's so American, man. I like to imagine like a room full of scientists trying to figure out how to get to the moon. And then one American dude just walked in and looked around and was like, let's just tell these motherfuckers we went. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much.
Shout out to mypeoples.tv. Again, they no longer exist, and they only existed to spew politibabble. But before we get up out of here, man, Gerard Carmichael's doing his thing. Quick tie-in time. Gerard Carmichael had the Carmichael Show, which included this lady, who was his wife on the show. Little Rel Howery was his brother on the show, as well as, like I said, Loretta Devine and David Allen Greer. David Allen Greer is, we know, the renowned actor, comedian, professional from In Living Color. Um, Friends of the People was a TV series that is hilarious. It had 23 episodes. I believe it was on not Spike TV, but one of them other offshoot ass TV networks. It had these two twin guys, had a couple other guys. Also had Jermaine Fowler, who is hilarious. Jermaine Fowler had a skit called Body Butter, and I don't have to sit here and play any games with y'all about this. When it comes to comedy and the art of writing and dramatics, I am a fanatic, always have been. But when it comes to the Jermaine Fowler body butter skit, oh, please tell me it's not on here. Yo, it's not on the YouTubes. I typed body butter, Jermaine. Oh, I typed Bobby Butter, Boby. People don't even spell Bobby like that. What is that? Why not? Why is it two B's in Bobby? Bobby. I still got no results. No body butter. My God, this skit is so hilarious. Man, we gonna check the Googles real quick. See what Google had to say. Body butter. He was like, body butter. Oh my God, this is horrible. But Kevin Barnett, he was a
The
funny
reason why you're here
guy.
today.
He's tall and funny. Friends of the People was the show. But look up the body butter skit if you can find it. Jermaine Fowler was on that show. David Allen Greer, the crew of In Living Color decided in 2012 to get back together with Fox to bring back In Living Color. Now, this show had a pilot episode directed by, obviously, Keenan the Ivory Wayans. Writing credits on this show was Keenan Ivory Wayans. Also, Moranzio Vance. If you don't know, Moranzio Vance is a hilarious dude. Moranzio Vance, during the election season 2010, he had Moranzio Vance. I totally spelled that wrong. So how about I just use the Google's how it's supposed to be used? Where were we? We're on the Living Color joint. So yeah, Moranzio Vance. I've seen him a couple times on the Corey Holcomb show, but where I specifically know him from is from these skits he used to do on Russell Simmons, his joint. And they were sort of like CNN type of joints where you had your Don Lemons and your Anderson Coopers. And I've been looking for these kids for a while. Here it is. It was on ADD.
You don't understand the English language is the only language where you can say five different.
But basically, Firing Squad is what the name of it was. And it was a very hilarious type of skit. Go check it out on All Def Digital. It still exists. They're all funny. But Moranzio Vance was a writer on the show along with Hugh Moore, Marsha Taven. Cast of the show was these folks, along with Lil Rel Howery and Jermaine Fowler, who ended up on Friends of the People, who ended up on The Carmichael Show, who ended up on Get Out with another sketch comedian duo individual who decided to become director of, I guess, one of the greatest horror films lately. I ain't seen it. Y'all told me about it, so I need to watch it. But all of these dudes are burgeoning and successful actors, writers, directors, producers, creators in their own like, and y'all need to just look into these individuals, man. They're hilarious gentlemen. Maranzio Vance, we got Gerard Carmichael, and MyPeoples.com was some fake nonsense. So you gotta watch who you're dealing with. But Gerard Carmichael told it what it is, told y'all what it was, and I just wanted to show y'all that quick skit. That's been the nuance. This is the news.